How's it going, guys? We are here to check out another update to Rust. So another month has gone by, and with that we are brought the night vision update. So that's the main name of it, but it really brings a lot more into the update than just night vision. So we do have the night vision goggles and all that, and we'll be going over all of that as well. But we're gonna go over some other changes really quickly first and get that out of the way. There's been some big changes to monuments. Pretty much any way you could cheese the monuments by flying with a helicopter up to it, or just flying to it, should be closed off. So roofs have been closed, doors have been locked, this and that. You should now be forced to use the key cards. Also, in addition to that, the red key card has half the uses it used to, which will make them a little more valuable, at least than they used to be. As well as the locked crates are now behind the red key card on the oil rigs. That means that you're gonna have to do the puzzles, well, or at least bring a key card to get to that crate. So it's just kind of making things a little more balanced and so forth. You can't just use the helicopter to get everything. I still personally think that aircraft need to be crafted, and that you shouldn't just be able to pop fuel into it and fly wherever you want instantly. I feel like they should be earned, but hopefully that's something that comes eventually. I know, like with cars, there is going to be a crafting bench for them. It is the car lift, which you'll see in a lot of the commit notes. So I'm hoping maybe we'll get like a helicopter pad or aircraft crafting station, something like that, maybe, if it goes over well with cars. But yeah, that's kind of the big thing there. A lot of changes. Also with the heli crate, the Chinook should properly drop off the locked crates now at monuments again. That's been broken for quite a while. It should be something that now works, which is quite nice. And then they've done some tweaks to farming. Planter boxes don't need as much water to get saturated. Also, minimum temperature has been adjusted, and some buffs to the hardiness and genetics, making them have a better buff when their hardiness gene goes up, which is nice. They said they've knocked out 14 cheats and exploits this month, which they're keeping to themselves. They don't want to spread it. Faster saving with servers as well as file storage has been worked on, and this should be with some server performance. There's also projectile frame rate has been worked on. That's something that, yeah, it should help with a little bit of that with frames and performance. And yeah, besides that, there's been some updates to cinematic tools if you use those. So that's pretty much the kind of like the big stuff in between. What's still being worked on right now is we now have a mixing table. I have no pictures or anything, but you can check out the commit notes yourself. It's going to be something where we can mix stuff and make potions of some sort, or edibles or something. I don't know exactly, but some kind of consumable, and those consumables will give us buffs of some sort. So that is something that will be coming in. I don't know when, but as soon as we have preview for that, I'll let you know. They're also working on new animal models, implementing the berries and berry bushes around the world, and with farming. Cars, of course, are being worked on. HDRP is being worked on. And there's some other guns out there still that are being worked on. There's a minigun, there's a makeshift LMG, there's a military grade flamethrower. There's a few things like sitting out there in the works. I don't know where they are. But yeah, that's pretty much the stuff that's going on with Rust. So let's get into what's new. So we've got several new items. We've got a fluid combiner, an electrical heater, a powered water purifier, and a water pump, and of course the night vision goggles. So let's go ahead and take a look at the research costs of these. So if you go ahead and pop into the bench here, we'll start with the night vision goggles. They're going to cost you 125 to research. They give you 15% projectile, 20 melee, 3 bite, 4 cold, and you can wear it with a bandana, but no other kind of face, helmet, or armor, so that's kind of like the nerf to that there. We will show how it works later, but let's go ahead and look at what its crafting requirements are. So you need a level 2 workbench at minimum, 10 high qual, and 2 tech trash to make one of these guys. The charge on them lasts about 15 minutes, and you can recharge it at a level 2 workbench, which we'll show shortly. Moving on, we've got the fluid switch, which is going to cost you 20. We've got the heater, which is going to run you 75. 75 for the water purifier, and for the water pump, 75 for that as well. So we'll go into here, and under electricals where all these little things should show up. And there we go, we got the combiner, it is 5 high qual. Then we've got the pump, which is 500 wood, 200 metal frags. We've got the powered water purifier, which is 5 high qual, 15 frags, 20 cloth. And the heater, which is 200 metal frags. And it looks like they all require, let's see, this guy's required bench 1, bench 2, bench 2, and I'm assuming bench 1. Yeah, there you go. So there's the basic requirements for all of those. Let's check out how they work and some of the changes that have come to them. So the basic first thing is a heater. You just need to run some electricity up to it. As you can see, it requires 3 power. I hooked it up to a little switch, and boom, there you go. You can turn it on. You'll see the heater will start to glow, and you'll start to get comfort. It sends comfort for about, I would say, at least a block or so. But you can see I'm still getting comfort all the way over here. I would say it does almost a 2x2, roughly. But yeah, it's pretty cool. This is something people have wanted and begged for a while. So finally we have a heater. Hopefully we get maybe a low-tech version of it where it can maybe run a low grade. Maybe like a little space heater kind of thing. But for now, this is something that's really awesome for everyone that builds in the snow. You don't have to necessarily freeze to death in your base anymore. So that is a nice one there. And oh, some people do like to see the effect at nighttime. So let's just go ahead and show that real quick. There we go. There's that beautiful heater glow. Also, before we go to that, there's been a small change with scopes. They now kind of have a new overlay. It's a little bit updated, and it has kind of like dirt and cracks and scuffs on it. So you'll see right here is the 8. We'll go ahead, oh, nope, sorry, that was a 16. We'll go ahead and put on the 8. You'll see same thing there. And then also the scuba mask has been updated as well. So yeah, just a little tiny thing, but it kind of adds some realism and some grittiness to the game again. You know, with the overlays in this. It's just kind of nice. You know, it fits with Rust. Alright, next let's move on to the water systems. So the water purifier, nothing really has changed too much with it, but it now has the proper connections working, and I pretty much just have this little guy right here set up so you can actually pump water into it. We're not going to, but we're just going to use it as a demonstration purpose. So right here we've got a hose connected to it, and we're going to actually connect this water in right over here. Boom. So we've got water in from there. And this is the nice thing with the combiner. You can combine up to 3 into one source. So then we're going to also connect the water from... Oh, okay. I don't know what that's doing, but let's try that and that. Okay, the hose is just disappearing, maybe? Yeah, it's there. Okay, so we do have both connected. So let's get to the pump here. It uses 1 power, and you're going to have to put in a certain depth of water. And we fell. And it looks like that is too deep right here, but you can see this is about right. And then once we get over here, you're good, you're good, you're good, and then that's about too shallow. So you pretty much need to have, I would say, most of the legs covered by water. So yeah, we'll go ahead and stick this guy right here. And we're gonna need to run some power and connect it. So let's go ahead and connect it up first. So you're gonna see you've got your water output. We're gonna just run that right into our water in, which is where on this thing? Hello? There it is. I was like, I know it's on this barrel. Why isn't it connecting? So there, we've got that going now. And then we just need to run some power to this guy. So there isn't a pass-through on it. Keep that in mind. So we're gonna go ahead and boom. And now we can come back over here and hook it into power. So you'll see this guy kicks on right away. Heard it make a little noise. You'll see there's a little fan running. You can actually, you know, put like a bucket in here to fill it if you like. So now that this is going, we should see it pumping water into this guy now. And there you go. We've got some salt water pumping right in. So it is already making that salt water automatically into fresh water, and we want that fresh water to end up in here. So we can go ahead and throw our fluid switch, and we should start to see, yep, there you go. Your water barrel is now filling up, and now you can hook this up to a sprinkler system or more water barrels, and you've got a automatic purifying system set up. So that is actually a really nice little thing. And the water pump will be very useful because, I mean, it works with rivers too. Doesn't, you know, that way that's going to be fresh water. So that's a nice way you can skip using this step. But yeah, it's a really cool addition. I think these things are kind of simple, but honestly, really nice quality of life things that we've needed for a while. And also, I forgot to mention, the heater does have a pass-through. So you can link multiple heaters or lights or something else through it, which is nice. So let's go ahead and investigate a few of this stuff. Ties to the night vision. So we'll sail on over here. And like I said, you need to refill it. And it works like a scuba tanks as to where it will lose durability. It lasts about 15 minutes, like I said, and then you have to recharge it. So the way you recharge it is a level 2 workbench or higher. And you just click on it while in the bench, and you'll see a refill, just like the scuba tank. And as you do that, you'll see the durability slowly goes down. There's a tiny little bit of red. So you can barely even see it, but there's a tiny bit of red there. So there you go. That's how that works. And let's go ahead and pop them on during the day. As you can see, not something you really want to do during the day. So, of course, we're going to turn it to night. I guess. There it goes. So here's our nighttime. Now we're gonna boo. Wow, look at that. So night vision goes pretty well, very far, and is quite nice. But of course there are side effects to it. Like for instance, if we look into the flashlight, this is just a flashlight in an AK in a turret. Ow, right? That kind of hurts. But that's not even half as bad. All right, so now that's out. Let's turn on Mr. Spot Lamp. So you see the spot lamps on, right? All right, check this out. Oh, completely blinded. So there's definitely some counters to it. You could have, you know, lights rigged up on a sensor, make them go blind for a minute, then they're gonna have to fumble. I mean, you know, they can hit F real quick, but then they're gonna have to fumble to put a helmet on. So it could give you a little step up on that. It's definitely a really cool addition, and a lot of people say, oh, well, this is just buffs clans. I mean, anything that helps a solo person is going to be helpful to groups. There's nothing you really do about that, but I think this helps. A lot of solos can sneak around, and it's pretty obtainable. The way to get it is Bandit Town, and you can just go on to their black market and pick them up for 250 scrap. And once you do that, you can just research them. So it's really not that bad. Also, all the new water purifier and all that stuff is available at both places. So we've got the farming shop over at Bandit Town, and you can see we've got the fluid splitter in right there. And then I think we've got, let's see, is there anything? Yeah, no. And then if you want to get the other stuff, you're going to come to the extra shop at Outpost, and over here you'll see the water pump, the combiner, the powered water purifier, and the heater. So that's pretty cool right there. There's also extra too, which just does sheet metal, which is kind of weird. But anyways, that's where you're going to pick up this stuff. Prices aren't too bad, looking at 200, 30, and 150, which is really cheap. The heater is only 75, which is quite nice, so you can get it pretty early on. It just depends, honestly, when you set up your electricity and so forth. But that's all the big stuff, guys, and I hope you enjoy it. Thanks for checking it out with me. Have some fun with the night vision. Fill up your farms with some nice automatic water purification systems. And we will see you once the skins are accepted. I don't have any word from Hulk yet, if it's going to be later today or tomorrow. But check out my Twitter. Keep an eye on there. I'll announce it there for sure, as well as in the official Discord. Thanks for watching, guys. Have a happy wipe and a great upcoming weekend. Stay safe.